Hello everyone and welcome back to another very exciting chess game from the history of chess from 1987 this time. So let me introduce these chess players. With the white pieces we have Yevgeniy Vladimirov. So he's a very strong chess grandmaster from Kazakhstan and he was the second of Garry Kasparov, one of his seconds in his 1986 World Chess Championship match against Anatoly Karpov. And interestingly, his opponent Vladimir Epishin was the second of Anatoly Karpov. And Vladimir Epishin with the black pieces is a very strong Russian chess grandmaster. So let's see what happened in this amazingly exciting attacking chess game. I think you have to see this one. And I think you are going to enjoy this chess game as much as I did. So e4, c5, the Sicilian defense, and we have the open Sicilian. So this is the Scheveningen variation of the Sicilian defense, and then g4, a wild move. This is known as the Keres attack. So h6, controlling on g5, but h4, expanding, bishop to e7, g5, wild kingside expansion from the start. Exciting stuff. H takes on g5, bishop takes on g5, developing the knight, queen up. So white is maybe planning to castle from the queen side, a6, and queen side castling it is. Bishop to d7, f4, cementing the bishop. Knight takes on d4, queen takes on d4. Bishop to c6, and then rook to g1. And also targeting the weak looking pawn on g7. So queen to a5. Bishop to h3, developing the bishop, queen to c5, queen to d3, not boring chess, keeping the queens on the board. And we can, with keeping the queens on the board, we can have more tactical attacking opportunities. b5, f5. So white wants to open the game. Very exciting, rapid, aggressive moves by Vladimirov. b4, and then instead of moving the knight now, you can see that Epishin is attacking the defender of the e-pawn, but we have bishop to e3 and queen to a5 exclamation point, because if white, you can see that both the knight and also some of the important pawns is under attack, attacking the key defender of both the a and the e-pawn. Is white busted now? Did Vladimirov overlook this? You can see that it looks like on the surface he is in trouble. What now? Attacking the bishop, but white is simply defending the bishop, but we can see that white pieces are all aggressively placed. And again, we have the same threat, so both attacking the knight and targeting some of the key pawns. Not attacking the a-pawn, but attacking the e-pawn right now. What now? So we have pawn takes on e6, sacrificing for the attack. So capturing, b takes on c3, and then rook takes on g7. So white has a pretty strong attack and he caught the king in the center, but white is losing a piece. So d5, closing the diagonal. For example, if pawn takes, then can you see what white can play here? Then rook takes on e7. Actually, pawn takes is going to be a blunder. King takes, queen takes, and we have some nice tactics and white is winning in this position. But again, after rook takes on g7, we have d5 and white is a piece down. So defending the queen, c takes on b2, king to b1, because if capturing the pawn, then queen to b5 is going to force white to trade the queens. But after king to b1, not capturing the pawn and not exchanging the queens. So Epishin is offering to exchange the queens, but we have e takes on f7. Of course, white is a piece down, so exchanging the queens is not going to do any good for white. So white needs to find a way to checkmate the king. So e takes on f7 and we have king to f8. White is not going to win this with material, of course. But after e takes on f7, what happens if king to d8? Can you see the best move for white? What would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? There is a very nice move in this position. Okay, bishop to b6, that's check, and this is the only move, and black is getting checkmated. Also, the light square bishop is covering the escape square. So, okay, this is why we have king to f8, and now what? Both the rook and the queen is under attack. If defending the rook, black is a piece up. Doubling the rooks, rook from d to g1, and then, well, basically Epishin captured the queen. And if capturing the queen, again, black is winning. Black is basically a piece up, so white needs to find the best move in this position. Can you see the best move? What would you do if you had the white pieces? So finding this move is not so easy. Bishop to h6, what a move, exclamation point. And we have incredible tactics on the board. Knight to g4, so disconnecting the rooks plus the bishop is under attack. And so in this position, if white captures the queen, black simply wins by capturing the bishop with the knight. And that's basically losing for white. But in this position, if defending the queen, then can you see the move? Well, this is going to be discovered check, double check, only move, and then check, mate. And if rook takes bishop, then check, knight takes is not going to be a meaningful move because we can capture the knight, promoting the queen. So king takes on f7, and then rook check, checkmate. So black is getting checkmated. In this position, throwing the bishop in and aiming the king. So this is why knight to g4. Again, if defending the queen, checkmate. Knight to g4. And can you see the only move that wins for white in this position? For example, if capturing the queen, then knight takes bishop and there is no checkmate threat for white, white is losing. Okay, so if something like rook to g8, then king takes, and what is white doing now? So in this position, did you see the move? Let me give you 3 more seconds. The move was rook to h7. This is the only move that wins, both checking the king and at the same time attacking the rook. So white is getting back the material, plus he has a winning position. So knight takes bishop, what else? And then rook takes, that's check. This is very forced. King takes on f7, checking the king once again, and black resigned. Because of this possible continuation, if moving the king up, then we can capture the queen. Plus we are also attacking the knight. So if defending the knight, then pinning and winning. And black is going to lose even more material in this position. So if after checking the king, if king to f6, then rook takes knight, that's check. King to e5, and then we can capture the queen. So basically white has the exchange in this winning position, and also threatening things like rook check, and this is also positionally losing, not just materially. So in this position, king back, capturing, and if defending the knight like this, then bishop to e6 is going to be a very bad news. So if defending the knight, then we have check, only move, and black is getting checkmated. Little bit complicated, but a very fun, exciting attacking chess game. So I hope you have seen some of the key moves in this chess game. What an incredible, beautiful, a fantastic attacking chess game by Vladimirov from 1987 against this strong opponent. So thank you so much for watching. Take care and bye bye.